figured it out by now. Babylon the Great is America. And its capital, even though it's the White House may be in Washington, D.C., but as far as God is concerned, our capital is in New York City. Read Revelation 17. Revelation 17 is all about New York City. It talks about the great city. It talks about the mother of all horrors, Mystery Babylon, mother of all horrors. This is the Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty was a recreation of Libertas. Libertas is also the same goddess which is known as Ishtar. Now, the way how you would honor Ishtar, you would have to go to the temple prostitute and have sex with the prostitute in order to get rid of your sins. Then the woman would get pregnant. Once the woman got pregnant, the temple virgin, they would take out the child, execute the child, and then dip eggs into the child's blood. And this is where you get Easter from. Okay. Well, anyway. Ishtar, the mother of all horrors. Well, that's where it comes from. If you read later on, it talks about how this area got drunk off of the blood of saints and off of the blood of the martyrs. What this here is talking about, if you've been keeping close tabs on what's occurring, you are not going to hear this on regular television. You have to actually look this up. There's a thing called adrenochrome. Adrenochrome is where they would take a child and they would scare the child until almost the point of having a heart attack and dying. Then they would take and they would kill the child and drink the blood. Usually this here is done by putting a needle through the eye into the pituitary gland and then draining the pituitary gland. The effects are supposedly euphoric and get you latterly drunk. Then it goes later on and it talks about how it's located on 7 hills or has 7 mountains. New York City is actually located on 7 mountains or 7 hills, 7 big hills. Okay. Now, also, it states that this is located on many waters. If you look at where Liberty Island is and where Manhattan Island is and all that, it's on many waters. Okay? And then later on it goes on and it says that that's where the peoples, the multitudes, and nations and languages are. This here's talking about the United Nations. The United Nations building is located only several miles away, once again, in New York City. Okay? And then when you go down to the end, it states that this here is a city which it is talking about. So judgment's going to be coming upon New York City. New York City is going to be destroyed. The entire city is going to be destroyed. Realize this. It's going to happen, and it's going to happen soon. Be prepared.